Hey everyone, there's been stuff going on the markets, and this week I think will be very important. We have the CPI reading, I think it's tomorrow on Valentine's Day, and right now we have a bunch of FUDs surrounding crypto. The latest one comes from Paxos that it's stopping to mint the stablecoin BUSD, which is Binance USD coin, and there has been already a slight depeg today. This is the chart versus USDT. You'll be able to see that even as of this moment, we are depegged from USDT. However, right now I'm not that worried, to be honest. As you can see, this has happened in the past and BUSD has usually returned to peg. But if I was you, and I personally, I'm going to be switching all of my BUSD into fiat, just in case. I really have small amounts, but you know, we might have been in a little bit of a bull run in the past few weeks. But let's not forget all the FUD that we had to go through with the FTX stuff and everything else that had happened in the past. So I don't think we should completely disregard this kind of news, but also on the other hand, I think these will be some of the good buying opportunities in the near future. And as I've mentioned already quite a few times, I do have quite a significant buying list. I'm not in a big hurry to start accumulating stuff. Let's first look at the BTC chart. As you can see here, last week we closed another red week of around 5% down. And currently we're hanging around this area of support around $21,000. And this was expected, you know, after 4 weeks of green, it wasn't like we're gonna go for green forever. There was a scenario that we discussed that we might potentially break out of this 25,000. However, my base scenario still remains that we're gonna chop around in this area. There will be a lot of pain for a lot of people in the coming months. And together with the economy and the uncertainty right there, it's going to be a very interesting few months, and I'm not in a rush to accumulate all of the tokens that I'm looking into, but definitely I'm starting to build some small positions. I did take profit here on Optimism, and it turns out that this was a great decision. I'm gonna watch and see what's gonna happen here at the previous all-time high. Currently is acting as support, but I'll be very keen if price drops, and I'll be able to buy back whatever I sold in the same area that I initially started my position. And even if we go lower, I'll be more than excited to start building this position. I've currently taken my cost basis out, and I do have the runner in case we just nuke from here. Maybe potentially I'll get another breakout around $3, but as I mentioned, I'm not really in a rush. Another one is Matic. This one is also at resistance, and I think it will be great if we accumulate here. GMX also broke out of all-time high, but then now we are back below this area. And again, same thing. I wouldn't mind accumulating more of this. Some other tokens that I'm really interested in is STG or Stargate Finance. This is again the weekly chart. And in this video, I want to show you mostly weekly charts just because we want to see the bigger picture here. And specifically on STG, you'll be able to see that we're starting to form this accumulation. And I think we're still quite early. And if we have another leg to the downside, I would be more than excited to buy this token. Another one that I'm currently looking at is Galaxy. Although it's still in this channel, if we go back to some of these levels around $1.50, I will have a starter position. And again, remember with all of these tokens, especially this one is a little bit smaller cap. If we have something like this, it won't be a bad idea also, if you cannot manage the risk, to just take a breakout, a clean setup, something like here around $2.50. And I will probably be taking those breakouts also. I'm not going to be going in at these levels, although I know that probably these will be the best prices to buy, but also I think the risks are the highest when it comes to those smaller tokens. Another project that I'm very excited is also called Magic. It's an NFT marketplace and also an ecosystem of games on the Arbitrum network, and it's actually the biggest NFT marketplace. And as you can see, we've had a nice accumulation and a breakout, and if we retest this area, again, I'll be very excited to start accumulating. One more project that I wanted to mention is called Blur.io. This is an NFT marketplace, and in my opinion has a lot of advantages compared to OpenSea, for example. These guys are going to have an airdrop. Right now the date is set for February 14th. They might have to reschedule it. They have already done this once. But once this project drops, I'm definitely expecting to see more volume coming into some NFT plays, something like Looks Rare, which again, as you can see here, the chart doesn't look at all bullish right now. But again, it would be one of the best times to accumulate if you believe in the NFT narratives. X2Y2 is another one. This has shown a little bit more strength here. But again, there's so many green wicks. Just look at this, that I'm not really eager to start buying into these, at least until I have a valid setup or we see a correction. And keep in mind that we probably have to pick our poison. I cannot be just buying all of the NFT tokens. After the Blur airdrop, this could also spark some more interest in NFTs, and the DJs that have been trading on this platform, if they get enough Blur, they might decide to buy some blue chip collection. So this is another narrative in the coming week that I'm looking for. Probably some of the NFTs will start pumping if NFT traders decide to recycle some of their gains back into the NFT market. However, this again will really depend on what happens with the news and how big the FUD is. I really like to have a nice FUD cycle like we're having right now, together with the Kraken news, now BUSD, and in general the SEC trying to play the good guys here and catch some bad crypto guys, although they missed the bigger scammer of them all at the end of last year. But I think this is really good in the long term. Let's see what's gonna happen. I'm really tuned into what's happening this week with the numbers, with macro data and so on. And yeah, if you have any questions, I'll be in chat, and let me know what are your thoughts on everything that's happening on the market. I'm gonna see you in the next one.